test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can't and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want.
Good morning. It would help if I unmuted myself. Oh, I finally made it. Morning, Jody. Yeah, I finally made it to my own scheduled live stream. Oh, the last 2 days, y'all. I can't. I wish I could make this stuff up, but I can't. Monday morning, our internet just went, it started up, down, left, right, you know, doing its thing. Kind of happens, kind of used to it. This was a little weird because it would go down, then it kind of come back up, then it kind of go back down. I guess someone either hit a deer. I don't know. They hit the box again. At least they didn't steal the box this time. Hey, squad, good to see you. Yeah. Then yesterday, I forgot I had a doctor's appointment. Really early in the morning doctor's appointment. Like, had to leave the house at 5 to get there on time. And I was like, well, getting home won't be that bad because we're going to go back roads. Yeah, traffic sucked yesterday. Like, 285 got shut down. It was a thing. I was like, man, I give up. I was like, I'm not making that stream. Then this morning, I was like, I am not canceling enough. You know what? Let me turn some fishies on. Let's see if Dave wants to work because that was another issue this morning. Okay, Dave's gonna work. So I almost wonder if we should do that because then people will be like, no, don't hit that. Don't touch that. Oh yeah. I got poked yesterday. It was not fun. I will say though, my knees feel great this morning. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I slept good. I don't know what happened. But man, I woke up for the first time and my knees didn't hurt, and that's saying something. So, morning nerd, nerdy nerd. Oh, so hopefully tomorrow I'll have an update on the other big tank. So, moving stuff around has been kind of crazy. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. But so the only besides the tank the pistos are in, everything else is just kind of sitting in totes with sponge filters right now, so I can redo tanks, and hopefully I will get them put back together today because I have the whole morning to work on this stuff. Um, but my other 29-gallon because I was gonna move stuff around, and I was like, when I started to put my new canister filter on there, I was like, well, if I'm gonna move this tank, I don't want to put the canister filter on it yet. I'm gonna wait. So I just popped a hang on back on it. And yeah, the hang on back malfunctioned Monday, Monday night, and water went everywhere. Yeah, great stuff. Good thing I have a shop vac now. But so got that cleaned up. That was another, kink in the plan. I forgot to plug in the laptop, which is not good because it would just shut off on me in a minute. Be like, no, you forgot to charge me last night. Okay, but back to the other 29-gallon. But I do have to say, I do like the new canister filter. It's only the second canister filter I've used. I do have to say something about it. is if I get another one, I think I would go the next size up because this one only has 2 baskets for filtration, and I would like a third. 3 layers is kinda sometimes better. I kind of worked it where I put, like, another layer of media on top of the spongy part, or actually reverse that. I put a layer of media down, and then I put a sponge on top of that between the 2 baskets. It fit. That's all that matters. It fit. And, so yeah. Shop vacs, they really are. And the one thing I like about this one is not only is it a shop vac, but the top comes off and it becomes a leaf blower too. Except it's a I borrowed it, so I kind of have to give that back. So until they ask, I'm hanging on to it. I mean, they're 2 doors down. We kind of do this thing, it's like they borrow something, and I'm like, hey, I need that back, and they're like, okay, cool, and we do it to each other. So it's kind of it's cool. But this little fish kind of has a fascination with Pleco wafers. I have to do a water change on this tank this morning, so I haven't pulled that Pleco wafer out of there. But he's been kind of nomming on it all morning. Oh, there is something else I wanted to talk about. I purposely waited a few minutes before I just jumped into this. See, I was thinking this time, y'all. Scary thought, but I was. So over the weekend, there was this really big auction, and I know a lot of us were there. Um, and Jody had some stuff in this auction, and yeah, so I'm getting something. Kind of excited. Gonna have snails again. So yeah, hopefully we will have a new Sarge. We'll have to see how that goes. Little pup, would you please not sit on that? Thank you. Thank you, little doggo. They had their crinkle toy. And they still have their crinkle toy. Would you thank you. Thank you, thank you. Give me that. You can have that back later. That's what the crinkling was. Sorry guys. But yeah, the snails are coming back. And I'm kinda excited about it. Hopefully this time mistakes will not be made. Like, I will not be putting the Corys and the snails together. They will be in separate tanks. Also, no nippy fish. None of the cichlids will be with the snails. No Scipio with the snails. Nothing that likes to nip with the snails will be in with the snails. Mr. Angel is like, but I thought those were snacks for us. No, they're not snacks for you, silly. Oh, okay. This morning, y'all. So I can only assume this is what happened, Jody. Um, in my other 29 gallon where I have my quarries, um, well, technically there's still like 4 or 5 in there that I haven't caught yet to get out, but they're coming out of that tank. I put a bunch of mystery snails in there, my quarries. It was going to be like this big kind of community type kind of thing, but then I found out that quarries can actually like bother the snails. And I don't know if it was the quarries or the plecos that did it. It could have been either or, but that was the tank that Mr. Whiskers would also like. I'd have him, with his in his cave with his babies, and he was kind of playing snail ball with them, which in hindsight was probably not the best thing for the snails either. Yeah, the Corys aren't as the nippy fish were more the problem, and the one that was smacking them with his tail. But Mr. Whiskers did have a thing for snail ball, so those things will not be happening this time. There will be no danger to snails. I have learned my lessons. Learned the lessons. We did not know that snail ball was hazardous to snails' health. We now do know that. Don't do that. If you see, yes, if you see your pleco playing soccer with your snails, please remove the snails. It is not good for your snails. It will kill your snails. And that's probably what happened. That is probably exactly. Don't let them do that. If you see that happening to your snails, remove said snails or said fish that is doing that to said snails. Hey, Branton, so am I. I'm here. I'm actually here. So I was really sad because I was trying to get some Brandon's fish too at the auction. Would y'all stop nip? See, man, what is it up with nipping? These guys, this is another situation here. This is the last tank I'm going to work on. And I kind of left this here for a reason because I knew it would be easily accessible. But yes, this is the last tank I'm going to work on. I'm doing the others because I'm trying to. But yeah, so I am very, very excited to get some Jody snails. They look really, really, they're really good looking snails. Not that my snails weren't good looking snails. These are some good looking snails. And it went to a good cause. So that's what matters. That's what matters. And I was bidding on them, and all of a sudden, Fish Nerd said, "Don't. I got this." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "But I wanted those snails." And he was like, "You're getting the snails." And I was like, but but no. I was like, so yeah, I bid on the snails. We got the snails. That's all that matters. And I'm thinking Mr. Loach, who's hiding over there by the cave, he's like, I got this. He did. He said, I got this. And I do appreciate that. Thank you. So then, yeah. So, and then I was like, man, it's like, I tried to get the guppies too. I was trying to go for the guppies, but then it was like, I remembered my last guppy incident, R.I.P. Darth Vicious and his little clan. I have one guppy left, y'all. I have one guppy. It might actually be an Endler. So I don't know if it's my water. I don't know what's going on there, but I managed to keep one alive. Just one little female. He is truly an enabler. Like I would like to try some guppies again, like that are actually like from a quality line of guppies. Not that I'm saying that Darth Fishius didn't come from a quality line of guppies. I didn't personally know the person I got them from, and they shipped from California. And now that air pump's buzzing. Oh man, y'all, I can't. I'm gonna have to change that air pump out when I get off stream. Sorry, you guys, you're gonna have to deal with that. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm gonna fix it in a minute. If it doesn't drive me crazy and I just mute and go do it in a second. Morning, morning, Mr. Mouse. Good to see you. Hope you have a great day at work. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I may have to do that because yeah. It might be a good idea. That buzzing is going to kill me, y'all. Hang on, I'll be right back. I can't. Brief intermission, guys. Brief intermission. Talk amongst yourself. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, problem solved. We have fixed the buzzing situation. I didn't think y'all could hear it, but Daryl the uh was on the pump. Yeah, silly cat. Sorry, y'all. Coughing fit. Didn't want to cough in your ear. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah. Mr. Barrel was sitting on the air pump. That's why it was buzzing. 'Cause it was like, yeah, there's a cat on me. Yeah, yeah. Gotta love that kitty. And Ari's like, I don't agree. That's good to know that now y'all can't hear like little crinkling and buzzing and stuff. Um, my ears are pretty decent. So, oh, but Mr. Loach, that's another issue. I think he's gonna go in his own tank situation. My sister keeps trying to steal him anyway, so I think I'm gonna let her. He also really likes this pogo statement up here. Oop, he likes hanging out in that. So I need to actually get that back down. And yeah, I've got 3 totes to go outside. Well, one's actually already out there and full of water because I wanted to catch rainwater for it. So that one's already ready, and I'm gonna pop the rice fish out there. They're going. Um, I keep listening because I keep the new filter sounds different and it keeps distracting me. Oh, but I would like to get like maybe a couple of bigger planters to turn into ponds, kind of hide them. But yeah, and I really wish I could have chickens. I'm kind of jealous. I do. I would so raise some chickens if we could. Me and Mr. Mouse keep talking about that because yeah, getting out of this place is kind of yeah looking like a good idea. See, Mr. Loach just likes to dig around, and I think him in a tank with just a bunch of fine sand would be really good for him. And then he won't dig my plants up anymore because he keeps doing that. He's gonna kill my poor little Crips up here. But my sister really wants him, and she keeps trying to steal him. So I think I will let her steal him. And by steal him, I mean she can put him in her room. So, and then, that way I can still film him. It's a win-win. And she can take care of him. He is a lot of fun, though. I do love that fish. Little flags are kind of fun, too. So, but yeah. You know what? Actually, I think they probably would like some food this morning. The Plecos still have a wafer they're munching on, and it is water change day, so let's just go ahead and give them some kibble. Fish kibble. Little more. There we go. Feeding the fish. I should have had a second cup of coffee before I started this. I totally forgot to grab one before I set up. That's my own fault. I do need to give him a piece of kitty food. It's not like I don't have kitty kibble. I do have kitty kibble. I do think he looks for like bigger nibbles in the tank too. And I haven't given him any tuba flex worms in a couple of days, so I need to give him one of those. He does enjoy them. He really does. Oh, so yeah, got to get busy today. I have got to get all these tanks put back together. I finally got everything apart. Now I have to put it back together. That's gonna be the fun part. And I have to look and see what kind of I've got quite a few plants. So after I get everything put back together, I need to reassess my plant situation because I have this big floating mass of plants that's kind of all kerfluffled up here. And I know there's another piece of pogo stamen in that mess that I need to fish out and get planted. A couple of potageans, you know. I have crushed snails for him. He does enjoy the snails. Um, but he does have to fight between the Akara when I pop them in because the Akara will pick at them too. So I have to like go and collect like a little cup of them and then do the crushy thing and then plop them in. Because if I just throw them like one or two, they're gonna fight over them, and the Akaras get kind of food aggressive. Little flag fishies right there. They're like, we like snails. What can we say? Oh. And so yeah. Oh, also Apistos. Um, Branton, if you want some Apistos, let me know. Because I'm gonna send Nerd a big package full of Apistos, and he can give you some. And yeah, because I'm gonna send the Apistos out. I gotta get a hold of Jeff and get his address to send his package out. And yeah, so I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna keep my breeding pair, or if I'm gonna um maybe get a different type of Apisto to try. And yeah, but I've got way too many Apistos. And then I have to get Danger Danio will probably hang out with the snails. I figure he's gonna go in the snail tank, and the other Danios are going outside. And yeah, so I just need something to go in the third tote, and then I've got the snail tank, the 229s, and then I'm gonna put the Corys in a 20, and then I have yeah. So I think that's everything. I think that's everything I'm gonna use, and then I decided to do a rack with I saw fish keeping fish simple, the guy in Australia. I always forget his name. Um uh but he kind of keeps one of his shoebox totes, the fry. So I'm gonna try that for like the rice fish and the Danios. Go out, check the totes, and if I can catch any of them, great. Then I can put them in there and kind of raise them up, some inside and some outside, kind of thing. Yeah, if you get when you get a pair or you get some the Borellii start breeding, let me know because yeah, I'd like to try a pair of those. But yeah, time to thin out the trifasciatas and maybe try a different apisto. Um oh, and yeah, Jeff, we were gonna trade for Shelly's. So yeah, I have to get the Shelly tank ready for when we do that. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about that, y'all. I have yeah. I've seen videos of them like completely rearrange their tank, and I was like, man, I kind of want to see if they do that. Like, I want to see what that looks like. I think it'd be great. Um, and I have to send out my plecos. I've got a lot of plecos. I'm gonna throw a couple in totes just for They did okay. Awesome. Can't remember. It's early and I have not had enough coffee yet. So yeah, just let me know. I'll message you later. We'll talk and work something out there because yeah, I'd like to try a different breed of a pisto, like a different type of a pisto, not breed. Oh Lord, ugh, my head this morning. My knees feel great. My head is still kind of foggy. I need to wake up an hour early. Jody needs a pair of my pistos. I could probably send Jody a pair of pistos too. I could send right now. I could probably send everyone a pistos. Everyone gets a pistos. It's really cute because the little girl pistos that I've got, they're still real small. I mean, they're not real small, but they're still small, right? Mama Pisto's already a small pisto for a female, but the little girls they've got their stripe coming in by their eye. And I figured out, okay, with the trifasciatus, I had finally figured out how you tell the males from the females when they're babies, right? So they'll get their stripe, right? But the females always have a little dot in like the middle of their stripe. And so yeah, I've got that down. So, but I know like if I get another type of pistos, I can't really use that same logic there. I mean, maybe just look for the differences between the males and the females, and you'll get it. Plus, if the female fry stay a little smaller than the boy fry, they get bigger faster. Um, but yes, if you want some of Pistos, Jody, I will hook you up because I have Pistos. Again, it was when I got them, I was just kind of floored that they went like it was kind of like Mr. Loach. Like I got him for $3, and I was like, "How did that happen? How did no one want this guy? He's awesome." I was like, I was the only one who bid on this poor little guy. I was like, I am totally getting this dude. It could be a girl. It could be a girl Loach. I don't know, but you know, little Loachie is kind of cool. My sister likes him because he looks like a snake. So I want to get some coolie Loaches now and kind of be like, okay, you think he's cool? I got these, but after you see them in the bag, you're never gonna see them because they're gonna go hide. What was the other? There was another fish I wanted to get too. Oh, I do want to get some Ember Tetras too. I know Branton has some of those. I think you have Ember Tetras, don't you, Branton? I don't know. It's early in the morning and cross connecting everything. You know, forgot the extra coffee. I didn't even grab a soda. Man, this is a rough morning. But yeah, man, I'm ready to get my fish back in their respectable tanks. And I have decided that like I have hang on backs, right? But after what happened with that hang on back kind of overflowing, no, I'm not ready for discus. I do not want discus. Yeah, no, no discus. One, I'm still trying to talk Mr. Mousey into letting me get that big tank set up, and he still keeps saying no. So, no discus for me. Oh man, if you do that, then I totally would want to get some of those. um, yeah, so I keep trying to let him. I'm like, we could keep all the angels if we set up the big tank, and yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. So, but another thing I do want to do is I'm gonna, yeah, three of these angels are coming out of this tank, and I'm gonna put Lainey, my actual pair that I know will breed and actually have gotten it together. I'm gonna put them in here, and I think I'm gonna move the flag Akara, the flag cichlids, um, and just have this be Lainey and the other angels tank. I keep telling him that, and that we could put some cinder, do some reinforcement on the floor under there. It'd be fine, fine. I say fine, but you know, I get the being cautious because, and it would also depend on the side of the house I put it on too, because the front side of my house is significantly higher up than the back side of my house. Like the room I'm in, I've got like 6 feet of ground between me and the ground. So, like, I am cautious about how many gallons of water I put in this room, especially. But if I say use the den instead because it's lower to the ground and there's more support over there, um, and less, air to ground ratio, it would be fine. Oh, I didn't even think about that. They did come from a pond. Yeah, I might do that. That might be a good idea. I completely forgot these were actually pond fish. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah. Yeah, they would do great outside. So looks like you guys are gonna go hang outside for a while. Plus anything that got in the water, they would definitely eat it. Mosquito larvae. Um, I just have to make sure, no dragonflies get in there because that would be bad. But other than that, yeah, I think they would do really good out there. I think if I tried to put the angels outside, Mr. Mouse would be like, no. Brian would be like, no, you're not doing that. Not the angels. He's kind of partial to the angels. He does like them a lot. He likes they don't, come up and bite him when he sticks his hand in the water. He is very grateful. Dude, why are you trying to swim under the I have questions about the fishes, about these guys. They keep trying to swim through the plants, and like I get, there's some fish food fell under there, but he's like literally trying to swim underneath the little leaf there, and it's like there's not enough room, dude. I really think put some Val in a tub with these guys, and they would really enjoy that. So no, I have to grab some Vallisneria and take it outside. All right, guys, I'm gonna go make some more coffee and start working on my tanks because I'm excited for my snails. I'm really really excited. Oh yeah, the pygmy sunfish. Um, when when you figure that out, Branton, um, I want to get some of those. So when you get that figured out and you were successfully breeding those and you have some extra, I will I will take some of those. Put me on a list. I would like to. Yeah, vinegar eels. Vinegar eels should really help. Um, Also, like again, Danger Dan. Like I don't know how he made it, but he did. He did so, and it was probably because I was putting vinegar eels in for the baby epistos. So, um, that and yeah. But you get those pygmy sunfish going. I definitely would like to get a group from you because those are so cool. Um, yeah, and I'm gonna keep my 229s up, but I think I want to, you know, work on some smaller fish again. I've got to get another culture of vinegar eels going too, because over the winter, the room I had them in got kind of cold. I don't know what happened. I guess the water, I forgot to turn the heater on. One of my bathrooms doesn't have like a heat vent, and that was the room I kept the vinegar eels in, and it got kind of cold one night, and I'm lucky pipes didn't break, but I got lucky there. Caught a break, I guess. But I did lose my vinegar eels, but that was my own stupidity there, so it happens. I can kind of relate to that. It's taken me. Yeah, I haven't gotten angel styled in at all, and they have laid eggs a lot. But eventually, I will get there. I will have a successful breeding of the angels. Might still take a while, and I accidentally have bred a lot of stuff. My Corys, because I started with 6, I have 10 now. Um, I still haven't dialed that in. I still haven't gotten a spawn of the Corys either. But I think moving them is a good thing. Um, Having them in the big 29, it's kind of hard to see where they put the eggs, and everything else is not eating them before I find them. So I'm hoping a smaller, more watchable situation will help me with that. Um, Plus, I can also, once you get that figured out, then I can pick your brain and I'll know how to do the pygmy sunfish when I go to breed them. So, it's a win-win. It's like watch it. So make yes, um they should be spawning again soon. I don't know if you can see they're kind of like chasing each other. I really need to get one of these guys out of this tank. So I got to work on that too. Again, like I said, this was going to be the last tank I worked on, just so I would have something to show while streaming. But yeah, yeah, I will get there. I will get these guys to successfully breed at some point. It's gonna happen. You know what? I heard Foxy talking about the eyelash mops. Um, I think I also want to try that for the rice fish too. I've noticed they will put more eggs on my stringier moss than the actual regular um yarn mops. So I'm wondering if like maybe something a little finer would work. And the Scotch mops, they didn't like those at all. So you know, still trying to figure that out completely. And I'm really hoping if I get them outside with a lid that barrel can't get pull up and eat all the babies, you know, that would help too. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna go get some more coffee. Y'all have a great day. I will definitely be back tomorrow. Um, and yeah, that's all I got today. All right, I'm out, y'all. I'll see y'all later.